Hey guys, quick question. How many times this week did the AI tool give you an answer in 2 seconds? So then you spent about an hour of double checking it or babysitting it. That's right, because here's the thing nobody's saying out loud. Every chat on Earth now can give you a fast answer. The hard part is trusting it. And look at the fine print. Every single one of those tools still say, AI can make mistakes. Please double check response. That little line is doing a lot of heavy lifting. It means the moment the task actually need real judgment, taste, or real expertise, you as a user become a safety net. So today we're going to show you something really different. How about your AI tool can just call a vetted human to finish the job without you actually even leaving the chat or your usual AI workflow? I brought one of our ML engineers to take me apart on it. So let's go. So I'm Dasha. I'm the product owner of our MCP launch here at Tendem. And the reason this conversation is going to be fun is that I get to bring the person who is frankly the most skeptical person I could find about putting humans inside an AI product. Nikita is our ML engineer on our team. So his whole career, he's building systems that automate the human out of the loop. So Nikita, hi, welcome. And honestly, you are the perfect person to poke holes in this because by instinct, by nature, you would want the machine to do everything.
Yeah, hello. That's a fair description of my personality. I spent around 10 years trying to automate humans as much as possible. So I'm kind of a funny and strange person to defend the point of view that a human should be used in AI pipelines nowadays. So let's see where this conversation goes and whether I can explain why I changed my mind.
Okay, great, perfect. Let's get into it. So start me at zero. Someone's watching, never heard of our product, Tendem. What is it in one breath?
Yeah, it's going to be pretty large breadth. Tandem is a work platform where AI agents and human experts finish high-stakes tasks together. AI does all the heavy lifting, scoping of the task, routing. First, it naturally understands better what the customer actually wants, then breaks down the task into pieces. And then finally, a real person, a vetted human expert, finishes the work that AI was not able to finish, double checks the links used, the quality, and so on, so that eventually you had the best quality.
So sounds like it is not a pure AI tool, and also it is not freelance marketplace.
Exactly. It's something in between. It tries to take the best parts of the both worlds, the speed of AI, the quality of the human expert. The tagline is less slop, more done. That's literally the job of our platform. So AI usually gives you a lot of results that look fine, but eventually, with the help of the human experts, we make sure that you get a lot of actually right results.
Hey, here's where I want to push you because this is your wheelhouse. You are an ML engineer, right? And why would you deliberately put a human inside an AI product? Isn't the entire point that AI does it all?
Well, it's a question that I ask myself honestly when I joined the team, but the answer is here. So AI alone is fast and cheap. That's really good. That's why AI is so popular at the moment. But the AI still hallucinates, still breaks down on complex, judgment-heavy work. That hasn't got away with bigger models. It got a bit better, but at the same time, it also got a little bit subtler in the sense that it's even harder to spot the problem.
So subtler how?
Previously, if you remember, the first language models like GPT-3 sometimes produced almost incoherent text, so you could not even understand what it means. There were words that do not fit with each other. And it's no longer the case nowadays. The large language models, even the smaller ones, generate really nice text. But now it may be wrong in a confident and well-formatted way. It all sounds plausible, and the mistakes are much harder to catch. So at the moment, human in the loop isn't just a downgrade of the AI. On the other hand, it's something that makes AI output more trustworthy. So I stopped seeing a human being the weak part of the chain. On the other hand, it's actually helping AI to produce great results.
Well said.
Thank you.
And what actually goes wrong? Paint me a picture. So someone trusts AI to finish a task on its own. What happens?
You get the result that looks right, but at the same time, maybe not right. This is exactly the trap. You cannot just trust the result because you know that sometimes it's off. So you have to go read it and verify it. You implement the QA, quality assurance loop, yourself, rereading, fact checking, fixing small bits that are a little bit off, second guessing the parts you're not sure about. This all takes a lot of time.
So that's the time you were supposed to save, right?
Exactly. So now in the AI era, verification becomes the work. You don't just delegate the full task. You delegate the easy 80% of data collection task and keep the hard, annoying 20% of double checking for yourself. But you also are sold a finished product by the AI. It says that it's pretty confident. You can double ask it, like, are you sure? And it's going to tell you, yes, of course I'm sure, but it may be wrong still. So the whole thesis in one line, that AI, without a human in the loop, wastes time. It feels fast, but it's quietly slow.
Okay, so now Tendem speaks MCP, which just recently launched the MCP connector. So for someone who is not quite technical at all, what does MCP even mean?
Well, the easiest way to think about an MCP is to imagine a USB-C cable for AI agents. Long time ago, when we did not have USB-C cable, we had to have a separate charger for each device. It was a nightmare. Then it all got standardized and the life became easier. This is what's happening in the AI world at the moment as well. So it works in the following way. You have some external tools that are exposed via MCP, and you can connect those MCPs to your favorite AI agent. So it's all going to be in the same place.
So in plain terms, for the viewer, what does that buy me?
You just have a single chat opened with your favorite AI agent, could be Claude or ChatGPT or any other agent you prefer. Then you have connectors that you can add to this chat, and the functionality of those connectors is going to be available to you in the same chat. So for the example of Tendem MCP, it means that you can connect us to the chat, you can hand off the task, and then a vetted human expert is going to pick this task up, finish it, and you're going to get the result back in the same conversation. Don't need to switch tabs, you don't need to copy paste anything. Everything is in a single place. That's the magic of being MCP and not a separate app.
Walk me through this. I'm doing this for the first time. If I'm doing this for the first time, how does someone actually hand off a task?
It's actually quite simple. There are only 3 steps. First one, you describe the task in plain language, plain English. Actually, you can use other language, also fine. Just say what you need, like you would explain it to a smart colleague of yours. Then, when you submit this message, the AI is going to structure the task. It's going to scope the task, break it down, organize it. The third step is happening already on the Tendem side. A vetted human expert verifies the results of the AI, fixes it if needed, fills in the gaps, and signs off before the result comes back to you.
So that's it? Calling human for help never been that easier?
Exactly, that's it.
So let's show people what actually happens in a seconds after you hand off task. I want to make this concrete because just yesterday I had a real example. So it literally happened to me. So a friend of mine, Bill, is building a landing page for his plugin himself. He's an engineer, and he made this landing page together with AI, of course, and to him it looks kind of done, but he cannot tell right now is it actually good before the launch or it looks fine. So he came to me to get a read and ask for the honest review on copywriting and on a design as a product manager.
Okay, I can totally feel that. I had an experience of building a couple of websites myself. As a developer, I may have the bias of thinking that everything is clear in this UI. What could go wrong? And then I show it to a friend and they say, well, it's impossible to find this button answer, but you just need to open this drop down and it's going to be there. Anyways, I had to look for somebody with the correct expertise in design and UX probably to double check. And now probably we can simplify this task. So are you going to share the screen and show us how to use it?
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point of using Tandem. You don't need to hunt for the friend, and you can just call a real expert right from your chat, where you're building your landing pages or drafting some copyrights, and get an honest take in a couple of hours. So let's actually run it. I'm going to share my screen and let's I already made here, the same request he came to me with. I will just and his designs are also pinned here. So I will just add here. I already connected Tandem, of course. I'm working with you, and I will just add to this prompt. Use Tandem right at the very beginning. So Tandem. So the Claude will understand that we need to use altogether we need to use our connector. So the task is about viewing the landing page related to his travel plugin, to build itineraries and write it's inside the chat. So it's a product he's building for AI only audience. So, and we would ask to review the design, the copyright, and also draft a couple of strings and points, so he can post it on a product hunt after. So, and he will be fully prepared for the launch in his next iteration. Let's say how it works.
Let's send it, yes.
It's working. So what's happening under the hood? Do you know right now?
Yeah, well, right now it says it's authenticating. So Tendem MCP server is a remote one. We host it on our side. And Claude, the thing that runs on your laptop, needs to connect to our service for that. In order for all the process to be secure, we naturally need the authorization. Now the thing changed. The ball is on the Claude side. The large language model inside the Claude agent is thinking what should be the steps.
Yeah, so, sometimes Claude thinking too long. Yeah, sometimes Claude thinking too long to recognize things, especially in work. But yeah, I think he's actually running some files already.
Yeah, also the time that is spent thinking depends on the load on the Tropic servers and on the model you use. So you can try using not Opus 4.8, but a thinner model. It's also going to be fine if you delegate the task eventually to the human expert.
Oh, yeah. I see he's calling Tandem to account for the Tandem. Yes, I want to use Tandem. So he analyzed, he understood that he has to call a human, because I am as a user calling a human here, and that's sounds pretty fast.
Yep. So the thing that the pop-up that you saw was a question for permission to use a tool. So the tool is a building block of any MCP. This is what exposed. The first time.
Send the task to Claude. Claude sends the task to Tandem, and I can review the task in here. So yes.
Yeah. Before you click, also please open this black arrow. You see allow for this task, and there is a drop down there.
Yeah.
Yep. So you can decide for yourself whether you want to allow the tool in this specific conversation. And then when creating a task for Tandem, you're not going to be asking this conversation, or you can allow it for all the tasks. So for all conversation that you have in Claude. So yeah, you managed to click something while we were discussing. So now it's uploading the file to our server because you added a file to the chat. You want the design to be reviewed. It could have been a link to a website if it were already hosted somewhere. Since it's a PDF, Tandem, in order to be able to show it to the human expert, needs to get this file. That's why you had to allow uploading the file externally.
Oh, okay, great, splendid. So I won't miss anything sensitive. So Claude will prevent me from harm as well. So Claude works in collaboration with the Tendem and prevents me from making wrong calls. Great.
Yeah,
So
exactly. So just to be clear, all the conversations that I have inside Claude is confidential. No human expert sees it. Only you see it. Probably Anthropic does see it, but it's also safe, right? Because it's a large agent. We, on our side, Tandem, see only the parts that Claude decides to share with us. And Claude is quite strict about it. It only shares the relevant information, nothing more.
Okay, so it's just a classic approach. When everything is automating, I just click allow, 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 and I can just review the task, the prompt itself, or the task name or number, whatever. So I think that it's supposed to be related to every tool that includes the workaround, especially the price. So I want to prove, Claude want to prove something sensitive, money-wise, at the same point. So
So it's not yet the money. For now, it's just communicating with the agent. You see, it's calling the read chat. So on our side, and on the Tandem side, we also have another agent that is responsible for choosing the best experts for the task. This agent communicates with the Claude agent through messages. And this is what the tools that we just looked at were about.
So in case the task requires several different experts, so it will be, um, delegated to multi, responsible person. So in this case, I can also be safe because agent to agent communication is working in a very good way. So look, I now can see the price. So the price is less even $30. So, but I can also, my balance there is 0. So it means I need to top it up. Yes, prove and top it up.
Yeah,
So
if
30
only it
bucks,
were.
but this amount of work sounds like amazing. You need to do the design review, copyright review, create some key descriptions for the product hunt, for the launch. It's great.
Okay, interesting. So you clicked approve, and you should get the link for top up, right? No. Well, it's an internal hack. You just approved it because you're internal employee.
Yes.
Normal people would have to actually top up their accounts before working. Just to make a hint, it's going to happen externally. So currently, AI agents not allow to do money transfers inside. So if you want the job to get done, you need to pop up the balance, and it happens on our website.
Yeah. For I'm an internal colleague, so I can run my tasks for free, having a helper out within our supply chain. So, but for external users, yes, they would need to top up. And so the task is in progress. So is the task. So I didn't even ask any questions. So for me, everything was clear. So I saw how the task been delegated in a couple of minutes. We already negotiated on the price, which is very fair. And now is the task is ready, or should wait?
Well, if you want the task to be ready in this amount of time, probably you need to use just plain AI. We still need to involve a human expert. So most likely the task is now understood. We have the scope, we have the approval from your side to start the task, and now a human expert is being searched for. When they join, it's going to take them some time to understand the context naturally, to perform the task. So it usually takes, at least an hour.
And now I'm being informed here because the task takes time, and I can ping the Claude, and he could ping the Tandem to ask for the readiness, for the status, any update. So Yeah, great. Not yet. Expert is still working on this. The status is in progress. No results ready. So later on, I can check and get the results. So thank you. Thank you, Nikita. Once I receive the results from our experts, I will share it with my friend so he can have a accumulated opinion, not just mine. So let's move on. That's
Great.
great. Sounds great.
Sounds good. Thanks for showing.
Not получилось. So, and since my task is in progress, I have an obvious worry. So, how would I know that the human on the other end is actually good for the task that I just started with Tendem and my Claude? And is it like some right human for my task or some random human?
It's definitely not a random human. Our human expert network is vetted. There is a large machinery for quality control, both automated and manual. So people controlling people, AI controlling people, a lot of ways to get your quality measured and get registered from the platform if you are doing the bad job. So we only have people left who are doing the right job. As for matching, we have a mechanism of choosing the best performer for your specific task. It's not built from scratch. Tendem is a product from Talaka. Talaka is a company that has been on the data labeling market for more than a decade now. We work with frontier AI labs that come to us to get the data sets for training their large language models. So they do have high quality standards, and this is what we offer to other people as well through MCP that we've been discussing so far.
Yeah, sounds very much convincing. Let's flip it around. What should you not trust AI to do alone? Where is Tandem the right call?
A simple rule here: anything that needs human judgment, taste, or expertise would benefit from involving a human. Examples may include some research where the sources, the ground truth, should have to be right. Real work with the data, composing a marketing strategy, building a website, making a presentation for some important talk. Any kind of scientific STEM problems where the answer is either correct or is not. Generally, any high-stakes stuff where being wrong has a cost should be delegated to a human expert.
So, am I right if I don't need perfection, so I don't care where it's perfect, so I can run it with AI only, but in a second, the words, this needs to be right, this needs to be verified, so this needs to be investigated, cross my mind. That's the line of using Tandem, of delegating the task to vetted expert.
Yeah, sounds pretty good. Also, if you're not sure, you can still try to create the task in Tandem. While creating the task, the agents are going to communicate and come up with the scope of the task that a human expert can help with. And if you are feeling surprised with the scope, maybe it includes more than you thought of, it may be a good idea to still delegate the task, because maybe this is the field where your expertise is not enough.
Sounds fair. So let's talk about agent builders for the moment. I noticed that more and more people becoming AI native and or building, shipping their own autonomous agents. So why plugging into them as an MCP instead of just writing more prompts and adding another agent?
Well, first, because nobody actually wants to waste time on a lot of configuration, heavy prompting, debugging yet another agent. We pretend we want to do it. Well, we don't. What we want is actually get the work done.
Spoken like someone who's debugged a lot of agents.
Oh, you can imagine how many agents we have inside Tandem. And here is the gap. So a reliable human expert is the piece that almost every agent stack is missing. You can chain taint models together. You can spend hours and days optimizing your prompts, but you still may have quality issues. With MCP, with a human expert being behind the MCP, you can actually guarantee a higher quality than any combination of the model would give you.
Good. And the last one. So where is all of this heading, in your opinion?
So we in Tandem want to build a universal human layer. It's something that is callable mostly by agents or by people as well. in any situation where a human expert judgment is needed. It's not a website you visit, even though we actually do have a web version as well. It's rather a composition of tools that are available for your favorite AI agent. The idea is that you can delegate a task in minutes. The price for those tasks is going to be known in advance, so you approve the price. You don't get surprise invoice. The price varies from several dollars to maybe a little bit more if you have a really complicated task. And the execution time takes from an hour up to a day, depending on the amount of work that needs to be done.
Yeah, let me put a finer point on the why, because this is the part I care about as well. So I want us to move the world past AI slow. So every chat box still warns you AI can make mistakes. Please double check response. So we want the future where it's just get things right. And we're building a human layer that AI and agents can call on for judgment, for quality control, for current facts, for taste, finally, and where the in general, like overall, where real expertise is needed. So the rule is simple: being wrong, if being wrong has a cost, or you need a quality or originality, so hand it to a human instead of babysitting your AI or managing freelancers. So it's for everyone, from everyday AI users to agent builders. They can plug that human layer into their tools today through an MCP and receive the second opinion or expertise across domains, including STEM. So thanks, Nikita.
Thanks a lot. I hope this vision is going to come true, and people who are watching, you're welcome, very welcome to try and give us the feedback if something is working not as you expected after this video.
Good. Я тебя отпускаю, беги навстречу. Я все остальные... Stop. Let me put a finer point on the why, because this is the part I also care about. I think that as long as chatbox still warns sort of AI can make mistakes, please double check, we want a future where AI result get things right. So AI get things right. So we're building the human layer that AI and agents can call on for judgment, for quality control, for fact checking, for taste, where real expertise is needed. The rule is simple: when being wrong has a cost, the quality or originality actually matter. Hand it to a human instead of babysitting AI or managing freelancers. And everyone, from everyday AI users to agent builders, can plug that human layer into their tools today through an MCP. Tasks can be run across different domains, including STEM. It can be done in 2 or 24 hours, of course, priced upfront without surprises for your wallet. And here's my task. Bring one task and one to your... So let me put a finer point on the why, because this is the part I care about too. As long as every chat box still warns us AI makes mistakes, we want a future where AI gets things right. So we're building the layer, the human layer, that AI and agents can call on for judgment, for quality control, for fact checking, for taste, where the real expertise is needed. The rule is simple, in my understanding. When being wrong has a cost and quality or originality actually matter, hand it to a human instead of babysitting AI or managing freelancers. And anyone, from everyday AI users to agent builders, can plug it in this human layer to their tools today through an MCP, which is super easy and run all the tasks across domains, including STEM. Tasks can be done in 2 or 24 hours, depending on the difficulty, and prices upfront. You can see upfront without surprises. So here's my task. Bring one task, the one you wouldn't trust AI to finish alone, the one where you would normally roll up your sleeves and check it yourself or will be seeking for a second opinion, hand it to a vetted expert instead and see what actually done feels like. So links and docs are in the description. Nikita, thanks for letting me put you on that spot. So here's my task. Bring one task, the one you wouldn't trust AI to finish alone, the one where you would normally, roll out your sleeves and check it yourself, or would be seeking for a second opinion, like my friend just recently did. So hand it to a vetted expert instead and see what actual done feels like. Links and docs are in the description. Nikita, thanks a lot for letting me put you on the spot. Bye.